And good morning, everybody. It is Fabulous Friday featuring Karl Smith, who is for some reason hiding here. I don't think you are. Was that your middle finger?
No, that was it. I was just sitting there like this.
Was it?
No business. I'm not going to start your interview being rude, am I?
Yeah.
Anyone who knows me in this profession knows I'm serious. Look at my title. Look at this.
Oh, yeah,
I'm serious in life.
All right, we're going to be discussing HypnoThoughts Live. Go for it, Karl. Tell us why people need to be getting their tickets and going and coming to our workshops or coming to our presentations, going to whatever. Tell us why.
Drinks are expensive. The rooms. No, I'm only joking. So, just to give people an idea, I think it was 15 or 16 years ago now. I think it's 15 actually. I can't remember. Scott will probably correct me on this video. Long story short is that I went to HypnoThoughts Live at the very first one. There was myself, Melissa, David Schneider, and a few other people, Derek Watkins, a few other scattered around that were there. And it was the first time I'd been to Vegas and the first time that I'd ever done anything. And I was with a guy called John Chase. For those people that ever remember John Chase and his books, Don't Look in His Eyes. Sadly, John passed away last year. But the long story short is that with HypnoThoughts Live, it was the catalyst to my international career. I knew when I first started in this that I would probably do something well because, you know, of my background, I had a lot of confidence. I was very quick with hypnosis. I was very quick with getting stuff done. And I was able to think outside of what a lot of people in this profession think, because they come out in a sausage factory. They're not able to think for themselves, a lot of people. And one of the key things that I found with HypnoThoughts Live is it really did draw your personality out. You know, when I first started in hypnosis, I was told, yes, what we must do is when you're talking to a client, yes, you must be able to do it like this and do the nodding head type of thing. But when I got to HypnoThoughts Live, because one thing that hypnosis is theatre. That's all it is. It's just theatre.
Yeah.
Everything that we do is a performance, right? I've always taught that, and it always has been, right? Even back to when we look at Mesmer, it was a performance. And one thing that when I did that accreditation bullshit that we have in the United Kingdom, which has no standing, to be honest, there's only one place in the world that I do know it does, and that's Israel. One thing I did learn is that the whole thing about hypnosis and the way that we portray it and the way we do things, tell me what your problem is, you know, and that's right, that's it, let it go. One of Mike Mandel's favorites. Yes, that's it, let it go. That's right, let it go. And then you stand next to David Schneider and go, what the fuck did he just do? And that really, David has actually been one of the biggest inspirations. John Chase, I have to say, opened my career. David Schneider, on that first year I was there, made me go, what the fuck did he just do then? What did he just do? And then you go off, and then Michael Elner when he was alive, and you listen to him, and then you realize actually change work isn't about just nodding dogs and acting in a condescending way to your clients. It's about being a personality. It's about being a personality. And what HypnoThoughts Live did for me is open up that personality. I've always had a personality, and you know me. Most of the people watching this know that I love my job, and I do not bow to any bullshit, and I love it. And the key thing is that HypnoThoughts really did allow me to go that one step further and express yourself and work with people who are like-minded, who go, yeah, that's, you know, they call bullshit, and I love that. And I've turned into one of the cool, And I think that for me, HypnoThoughts Live, when it first started, it did. I've been to every single one except the one that we mentioned a minute ago, which unfortunately was the COVID one. But I've presented on every single one. On that first year, I was actually co-presenting. Jonathan Chase was presenting, but I was still presented on there, you know, doing inductions and stuff. So yeah, I was very, very lucky to be there all the way through. And I have to say that the connections, the network, the family, is really key to it. The networking is huge. A lot of people don't realize that the networking is the huge part. And that's really where you become. When trainers talk to me, when they initially start and they're going, how do I become well known? Go to HypnoThoughts Live and friend everybody, just chat to everybody, have a network. You know, I could make a phone. If somebody said to me, Carl, I need a hypnotist in Iceland, I can make a phone call today. Carl, I need a hypnotist in Greenland, I'll get you one down there. Carl, I need one in Hawaii. Carl, I need one in. I could get you a hypnotist anywhere in the world, including Israel, which is probably the only country in the world with the serious amount of accreditation and bullshit around it. But on the same token, what it did do is it led me to have this worldwide network, this infrastructure, and having a foot in most countries, including Moscow, Ukraine, Cyprus. I could name most countries. I could go on, but that's not overnight. That's a network system that's been built for years and years and years, and just getting that system up and running and meeting people, getting people to understand who you are. Because a lot of people, when they first meet me, are like, what the fuck? What? But my background dictates I won't tolerate bullshit. And most of the stuff, and I've always maintained it, hypnosis is easy, made hard by fucking idiots. And when people talk about niching, I niche in being very direct, and I get the results. People aren't interested in a modern world with certificates. People aren't interested in that nowadays. People are interested in, can you do it? People buy people in a modern world. They're not interested in silly little badges and fucking crap directories, and they're not interested. I've never, ever in 15, 16 years, ever been asked for that, because I prove I can do it. And I think coming back to HypnoThoughts Live, that was the part that made me go, holy shit, this is a big wide world. So when people are talking to me, and like, that's how you met me, wasn't it? We sat there at a bar, and you showed me your
I was telling you about my bunny talk, and you were great. I mean, it was the first time. I mean, it was about 5 years ago. I think this is going to be my 5th HypnoThoughts, and you were there at the lunch. It was at the New Orleans, and you turned around. You went, "Hey!" And I turned around because I thought, "Who's he waving to?" I didn't realise you were actually saying hello.
Who is that hypnotic legend waving at me? I'll put that on there. By the way, just to let people know, I'll put that on there to wind certain individuals up, because they'll find it. Oh my God, it's a legend. Who gives a shit?
But that's what it's about. It's like, say you are well known there, and yet you're so welcoming to everybody. And it was great. It was lovely. And any newbies going, just come up to, because everybody we're just people. You inspired me. We had conversations afterwards. You helped me, and I'm so grateful. So thank you.
The one key thing that I learned, very early on, is that all this shit's made up. I think Melissa's very key at saying that as well. All this shit's made up. Nothing's new. So when somebody tells me something, I can find out where the technique came. We had a discussion prior to coming on air, but you can find out where the technique in, where it is, and also as well, it's very easy to notice fluff. Lots of trainers out there are fluff, right? They fluff everything out. They make everything bigger and better, but actually underneath all of it is very fundamentally basic, but it's been turned fluffy to make you purchase more and go onto it. Whereas me, I've done all of that, and I love bringing it back. So when people like you or any of those people that do my mentoring and that, what we do is we bring it back down to fundamental basics, look at what the framework is, and then we build something around that, whether it be a smoking cessation, because they all fall around the meta pattern, don't they? They all fall apart: association, disassociate, associate, and then anchor it off in a very simplistic way, I should say. But the point being is that once you've got that nailed down.
Sorry, I was laughing. You said anchor it off, didn't you?
No. Yeah, anchoring it off. Yeah, not yanking it off. The thing is that once you've got it down to that, and I love that. And when I see people and I teach, I love seeing that growth, because one thing that David said to me many years ago, something happened with David Schneider, and it was unfortunate for him, but a massive learning curve for me. He got robbed at the first HTLIVE. It was an insecure room. David will tell you this. And it was an insecure room, and he left a load of USB sticks underneath a table, and they got lifted during the night, right? They got taken, USB sticks. It was 16 years ago. I can't remember when the first HypnoThoughts Live was. Long story short is they got stolen. I said, are you not worried about this stuff going on there? And he went, no, why would I be? It's watermarked with all my name on it, so they'll probably buy more things, and nobody can do it my way. I sat there and thought, yeah, you're fucking right. This isn't about techniques. This isn't about about names. This isn't about that. It's personalities. Every single Elman, Erickson. Look, I mean, look, put it this way, right? I'm better than Elman and Erickson in the way that I deliver hypnosis.
Yeah.
They were legends in their own, right. Anyone can be a hypnosis legend. You have to be a personality. What we do is about theatre. It's about delivering something and getting something out there and getting people to believe that we can do it. That's all hypnosis is, isn't it? Belief and expectation. So all we do is get them to believe in us and they expect something to happen. Well, I'd say that I'm better than Milton Erickson and Dave Elman in the way that I deliver hypnosis, because there's only one me. There's only one you. There's only one of you that's watching this right now. So of course you're the best of the way that you deliver hypnosis, because you're the only one who can do it your way. And I certainly am, because one thing I did learn, especially from David Schneider as well, is about being a personality. And a lot of people, when they're worrying about niching, they worry about anxiety and stress and pregnancies and all that type of shit. I don't. I niche in being very fucking direct in the way that I work, because like I always say to people, there's three types of hypnotists out there. There's the unicorn strokers, the ones who sit there all day long talking about obsidian. There's nothing wrong with that, right? All Reiki, blah, blah, blah. That's fucking lovely. Have that, because people want that. Then you've got the ones in the middle who do the nodding dog. Yes, tell me what you're about. That's right. Let it go. Right, all that, right? You've got the basic ones. Then you've got the other ones that blow the fucking door off, like me. Now, you'll be surprised that my niche in the way that I do that attracts more people than the other two, because there's people out there that are watching this going, I couldn't fucking work with him. That's fine. Doesn't mean we can't have a beer. Yeah. What I am doing is showing extremes. I'm at this end where people who go, I don't want any fucking bullshit in my session, Carl. I just want you to clean my fucking coconut out. Like, anyone knows, I work in Hollywood. I've worked on Hollywood movie sets. I've worked on TV. I've done TV all over the world. I work with bands. I've done everything that most therapists want to do. Do you know why? Do you know why I've had those opportunities? Because I cut the fucking horse shit out and I don't do the nodding bollocks. And I don't sit there talking about rainbows. Because a lot of people have done that and they don't want it. So when you're being a personality, and coming back to you, when we were doing it, when I sat there with you, you've got to be a personality. You have to be able to deliver your thing your way. A lot of people go, yes, I'm an Ericksonian. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because unfortunately, Milton Erickson was the only one that could be Ericksonian.
Yeah.
Dave Elman is the only one that could be Elmanian. We can mimic a model, but you're never going to fucking be it. So people get caught up in this little bubble. So when people like you come up to me and they go, right, I've got this idea and I want to do this, I go, right, so that's that, and I know what this is, and I know what this is, and I know what that is, and I know what this is, and let me say this, but I know what it is, right? And but you know, I know what you're trying to achieve, but then it's about packaging that and then going, this is mine.
It's true, and I've Claudiaized it. There you go.
You're fucking right. It's the same as all this shit. It's when I sit there on my YouTube channel, people say to me, Carl, you give an enormous amount out, more than anybody else. I think David Schneider is the only one who gives that more than me on my YouTube channel. But the key thing is that you can go out there and mimic it and model it as much as you want, and you can fucking steal my ideas, but you'll never deliver it my way, because there's only one thing. I am the only. I am the only. Simple as. That statement was given to me about 14 years ago when I was working in Vancouver with a very famous actor. No, I'm not going to mention his name. Anyway, I was working with a very famous actor in Vancouver, and we were having dinner, and he mentioned something about it. And then he said, no, you need to add the only. You are the only one who can do it your way. And I thought, that's fucking arrogant. And he went, yeah, it is, isn't it? And I went, yeah, but it differentiates you, doesn't it? I am the only one. I am the only one that can deliver hypnosis my way. Yeah. Dave Elman was the only one who could deliver it. Claudia can do it. Is the only one that she does it her way. When you you come out of that mold, that bullshit mold of, like you have with the bunny process, once you come out of that bullshit of everyone cling together and all hold on, that's me outside going fuck off like that, because that's what I do. I attract more people because of my personality. Like I say, there's some people out there that we listen to this going, I can't work with that man. That's fine. We'll still have a beer. But there's other people that will watch it, and you, and anyone else that's watching this has got an idea in a think tank that will go, fuck it, I'm going to be me.
Yeah, it's true. Last time you were on, I had some of my friends from England going, I liked him, I'd work with him.
Yeah, Brits love it. And there's a certain element of the American public. Canadians, ask Mike Mandel about when we went to Toronto, Tirana. When we went to Tirana, I was the first ever international trainer at Mike Mandel's academy to go to Tirana. So we went over there, Mike, for 2 days. Asked Mike Mandel about his 2 days. God, don't swear. For fuck's sake, don't swear. Don't swear. Canadians are very conservative. Don't swear. 30 seconds into it, who's offended by swearing? Yay! It's about 60 of them in a room. Get the fuck out then. Mike at the back of the room's going like this. I think what Mike learned from that is he was trying to cage an animal. Yeah. You know that. I'm a fucking idiot. I am an idiot from the moment I wake up, because I am Peter Pan, right? I enjoy life, and I've seen too much bullshit in my life to be worrying about fucking petty bollocks, right? So the thing is that for me, the thing for me is about just enjoying it and having fun with the people who want to be on my ship. They want to be on my train. You know, people are either on the bus or under it, right? People are either on my bus or under it. I couldn't give a fuck, right? And I mean that because I haven't got enough time to wade through the bullshit, and nor should people like you or other prospective people. Yes, if people are fucking ripping people off, I'll call the wankers out. That's knobheads, by the way, if you don't understand. But my point being is that you know, as long as you are a personality and you do right, I think that's anything you can ask. And you're doing the right thing. You've got your technique, you've got your ideas, you've got your concepts. And if people tell you it's wrong or they don't agree with it, just say, well, you're either on the bus or under the bus. Couldn't give a shit.
There you go. Yeah.
Whatever it happens, the bus is still moving. I couldn't give a shit. You're either on it or under it, but I'm still going.
No, I take on Bob Burns's sayings. Is somewhere.
Who is this Bob Burns creature? Who is this creature people talk about?
Hello. Meets the bunny. We did a workshop together. It worked out great, actually.
So one thing, that'd be a weird thing, wouldn't it? Ducking the bunny. The duck.
The swan.
Mad duck.
But everybody thought they were the same thing, and they're not. It's completely different. They
are in some ways. They are both in some ways. In the disassociation technique. Well, yes, fair enough. But are we going back to there? Are you really going to make me use some other fingers in a minute? Oh no.
Look, Carl.
Anyway, right, everybody, go to her. Go to her. I'm not doing anything this year. I'm coming on holiday. I'm going to drink expensive mojitos and smoke cigars with Hans Rudy and talk past life regression. Something I don't know. Anyway, but the thing is that I'm going for the crack this year, so I'm not teaching this year. So make sure you go to the bunny and the bunny technique and talk process and do all of that, and then have a laugh. All right.
Well, come see me at my vendor table. I've got a vendor table. I don't know if I'm going to bring my purple rabbit because you took him to the bathroom last year. It wasn't very nice.
So many ways that conversation.
I've got a new game, bunnies, and it's got lots of balls involved.
This is the problem. Claudia's so innocent, right? She's gone, I'm taking my purple rabbit to a convention. And then you start throwing some balls around for an idea. What the fuck is going on in this conversation?
I've got a ball game this time with the.
Oh my God, she's got a ball game going on with a fucking rabbit. What is going on, folks? I have to end it here, right? Because it's going mad. Go to bunny process, right? Just go to the bunny talk and do a load of this and play with a rabbit.
Look, anyway, everybody, you got to go to HypnoThoughts Live because you get to have a good laugh. At the very least.
And you learn, I'll tell you what you do learn. I'll tell you what you do. You learn to be a personality and you learn to know that you can have a laugh and a joke on a podcast like this, have a right good laugh, have a joke, and it's not going to affect your career. Because a lot of people are like, oh my God, you're not clinical, are you? Oh dear, I'm one of them clinical types. I do more clinical work than most clinical people do.
I tell you what has done me a lot of good is doing stage, some comedy stage hypnosis.
All right.
Things. I absolutely love it because
there was what's his name? Mindworks. He put it up my group the other day, Hypnotic Mastermind. He put something up my group the other day about that. And Yeah, and I think that everyone, because people get titles and then they think, oh, I'll hide behind my title and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist with the fucking alphabet and numbers behind my name, no, you know, alphabet behind my name, and I still can't do a demonstration. And that's one of the key things there, is that you've got to be able to do it. And I think that doing stage work really does bring out the performer in you. I've done stage show street. I've done street all over the world. I've done stage shows. Not as many, I have to say. I've only done about 30, maybe 35 shows in my career. Then I can do them, but they're not my thing. I leave it up to people who love doing that all day long. I can do, and you can probably guess I've got a sense of humor, so that helps.
Yeah.
The idea is that I leave that over there, but yeah, I think that everyone should do it. I think they should do, because a lot of these clinicals, they come out, they're like, oh yes, I'm a certified hypnotist. And you're like, oh brilliant, show me something. Oh, squirrel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You do that.
Yeah. But it builds your confidence. It really does, and it's like show and tell. Because I'll go and do demos now. I'll have people lining up, queuing up, and just take them into hypnosis.
Most of the people know that how I got into the showbiz circuit was at HypnoThoughts Live, doing a demo that turned into me taking Beryl Comar and many others on a AAA pass with Boy George and a load of others backstage and all that lot, because of a demo, because of my personality and the way I did things. If you don't know this story, long story short, is I was in a hot tub at HypnoThoughts Live during the day. Don't know why. It's fucking 500 degrees Celsius out there. We was in a hot tub and there was a man he had a migraine, and I did something with him, some modality shifting with him, and it turned out to be Boy George's sound engineer, Jimmy. And Jimmy said, oh, Boy George phoned him up and said, are you getting on? Because they were going to try and find another sound engineer. And what happened then is that George said, who fixed it? He said, some fucking random British hypnotist. He went, oh, tell him to bring some mates along tonight. And that is how me, Beryl Comar, Charlie, and a load of others ended up backstage with Boy George. And then that turning into me doing that, then doing some stuff on Beverly Hills Housewives with Paul Kemsley, Doric Kemsley, because Paul Kemsley's Boy George's manager, which then leads on to this, and then it led on to that. So an impromptu personality thing built a career and got me stuff in Hollywood with some of the most legend type people, honestly. And I'm still swimming on that now, and I can't even mention the names. I'll mention George because George talks about me, but on the same token, and I still work with him. But the thing is that you know, just simple thing like that, an impromptu thing created a massive career for me, and it's just built
confidence. Yeah, that is what everybody needs. It's the most important thing, I think, when you're a hypnotist. You have to believe in yourself and what you're doing with clients.
Even if you're
shush up, you have, and you get that from these conferences. It builds your confidence no matter what. I remember when I returned back, people said, oh my gosh, you just seem so much more confident from that very first one. And it is true. I gained so much knowledge from everybody. So if you're still wondering about whether to go or not, if we haven't put you off.
Well, if you don't go to HypnoThoughts Live, just, you know, the way that I always say this to people, HypnoThoughts Live is probably the best, apart from the Irish Hypnotherapy Conference, of course. But the HypnoThoughts Live is possibly the best community and the best way of meeting, bumping into people without a lot. You know, there's a minority of egos there. I don't have an ego. I've done that shit. You know, I've been a SWAT officer and I've done all that fucking shit. That's ego. This is just bullshit. But I think you can either be a village, you can be a global asset or a village arsehole, right? And that's the way I've always said to people, you can be a global asset and help everyone around the world, or a village arsehole sitting there whinging because your local newspaper didn't bring you 3 or 4 fucking clients this week. HypnoThoughts Live turned me into a global asset.
Yeah, I agree.
If you want to be a global asset, go to HypnoThoughts Live. If you just want to be a village idiot or village arsehole, then just fucking get on with it.
I mean, I'm telling everybody that's how it started for me. Because you guys, you believed in me. I remember speaking to Scott as well. He said, Claudia, you got to go do it.
Yeah.
So
we had a private conversation once you'd left, but yeah, it was very good.
I will be doing this now. All right. Anyway, we're going to end there because otherwise people will get fed up with us. See you at HypnoThoughts. Yeah, you don't care. And check us out. Okay.
Go.
Come and say hello.
No, go to HypnoThoughts Live. Not you go. Go to HypnoThoughts Live and go see her. I'll be there. Yes. You'll probably find me in Caesars actually at the Monte Cristo Cigar Butt Lounge. So, but that's it.
There you go. Whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. And it's goodbye from me, Claudia Rickard, and it's goodbye from
the Hypnosis Legend at weekends.
I want to say something rude, but I don't know if I can. All right. Bye. Thank you. Bye, everybody.